I remember reaching a point in my life where I had exhausted what I felt were all the options. I felt I had done everything right, and the outcome still wasn't what I hoped and prayed for. And beneath all the hopes, expectations, and planning was a quiet exhaustion that I did not know how to fix. Sometimes the greatest suffering doesn't come from what we are experiencing. It comes from exhausting ourselves, trying to control what we cannot, trying to force an outcome that may not be meant to happen or happen yet. Have you ever found yourself there? Maybe trying to solve a problem, control an outcome, or desperately wanting life to unfold differently? Feeling like you've done everything that you know how to do, you've planned, you've taken action where you thought you should take it, you envisioned your desired outcome, and yet it's not coming together the way that you expected. Today, in this moment of divine reset, we are going to explore the sacred power of surrender, or about caring less. It's about releasing that weight of controlling life, and learning to flow with it instead. And as always, we'll end with a guided meditation to help you release what you're holding on to and reconnect with greater peace within. Let's begin. You're listening to A Moment of Divine Reset with spiritual life guide Lisa Hromada of loveistheseed.com, a soul-nourishing space for spiritual life teachings, tips, and resources, helping you deepen your spiritual foundation and recalibrate your energy so you can reclaim your inner peace and experience the possibilities, power, and potential of living a soul-aligned life. I'm Lisa Hromada, and I'm excited to share this moment with you today. There was a season in my own life where I came face to face with this. Years ago, after experiencing a pregnancy loss and navigating a tremendous amount of grief, I found myself in a place where I was emotionally exhausted. From the outside, I looked okay, but internally, I was suffering. I was questioning everything, wondering why things weren't unfolding the way I thought that they should, trying to figure out what I needed to do differently, trying to make sense of what didn't make sense. And without realizing it, I had become consumed by trying to control an outcome. Maybe you've experienced something similar, not necessarily around pregnancy or even loss, just around life, because we all do this. We grip tightly to timelines, expectations, dreams, ideas of how we think things are supposed to happen. And when life takes a different path, suffering often enters because we begin arguing with reality. I eventually came to a place where I knew I couldn't continue living from that space. I needed peace more than I needed to control. I wanted God's plan more than I wanted my own plans. And that's a profound shift because it allowed me to stop suffering and begin trusting in the timing of what I desired and how it might unfold. Because often, my beautiful soul, what is waiting for us is greater than anything we could have imagined on our own. And one day, in prayer, through tears and complete exhaustion, I finally said something that changed my life. In so many words, I said, "Source, I give myself and my life to you. You know what's in my heart. Guide me toward the life I'm meant for." And with that, something shifted within me. Not because my circumstances changed immediately, because they didn't, but because I had changed. I stopped trying to do life all by myself. I stopped making my peace dependent on a particular outcome. I stopped saying, life has to happen this way for me to be okay. I released my grip. I opened my hands in surrender, in trust. And that's when I learned something that I still carry with me today. There is something beautiful about humble surrender. Humble surrender says, I will do my part, I will show up, I will take loving action where I can, and I will place the rest into divine hands. This is not weakness. Surrender is about trust. It's about partnership. Surrender is releasing resistance and allowing something greater to move through us. Maybe today there's something that you're carrying, a fear, a specific outcome that you want, a decision, a situation you keep trying to solve. And maybe this moment is simply an invitation to loosen your grip, to trust, to open your hands in humble surrender. So let's do that now. Let's return to a space of peace, trust, and allowing. Let's now get still and go within. This is the time of a moment of divine reset where we do just that. We take a few minutes of stillness to recalibrate, reconnect, and reharmonize through meditation, affirmation, and visualization. To temporarily take your attention away from what you cannot control and reconnect with the peace already within you. So let's do that now. Let's turn inward. If you can, gently close your eyes and allow a deep breath in and release it out. Let's take another deep breath in and release it out. Allow your shoulders to soften. Relax your forehead. Relax your hands, your arms, your legs. Allow your body to settle. And simply give yourself permission to be here. In this space, there is no need to force anything. It's just this moment, just this breath, just you and the stillness. Now imagine yourself standing beside a peaceful river. The water is calm and gently moving. You notice how effortlessly it flows. It's not forcing anything forward. It's not trying to resist where it needs to go. It's simply trust. It moves around the rocks, around bends, unexpected detours, always continuing, always supported by the gentle current. And as you stand there, notice that in your hands, you are carrying something. Perhaps it's a worry, a fear, an outcome you've been trying to control. Perhaps it is sadness or uncertainty, or simply the weight of trying to hold everything in your life together. You don't need to name it. Just notice what you've been carrying. Notice how long you've been carrying it. And now gently bring your hands toward your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, silently say, I no longer need to carry this alone. Again, I no longer need to carry this alone. Imagine now that a loving presence stands beside you, a presence of complete peace, complete love, complete understanding, a presence that is supportive, compassionate, loving. And in this presence, you feel reminded you were never meant to carry this all on your own. Imagine placing what you've been holding into that peaceful river. watching it be carried away, now in nature's hands, divine hands, releasing it. Not because you don't still have a vision for your life, not because you are giving up, but because you are choosing to trust. You are choosing peace. You are choosing partnership. Feel the relief of setting it down. Feel the space opening within you, a lightness, a calm, relief. Feel your breath become easier. Feel yourself become softer. Now quietly repeat after me. I release what I cannot control. I trust that I am being guided. I am supported. I am held by divine hands. I do not need all the answers right now. I can take one loving step at a time. I choose peace over fear. I choose trust over control. I allow life to unfold through me and for me. I surrender with love. Now imagine a beautiful warm light gently surrounding you. A light of peace, hope, and divine love. Allow it to move through your mind, through your heart, through every part of your body. And feel yourself relaxing in the knowing that you do not need to force life. You do not need to carry everything. You do not need to know every step. You only need to take your next inspired step. Take a slow, deep breath in and release it out. And when it feels right, softly open your eyes. Bring a smile to your face that you have just divinely reset something new in your life in this moment. And so it is. Have a beautiful day or a restful night's sleep. And as always, relax in the knowing.